So I was actually at a birthday party of a local hometown friend when I got a random call at 1 a.m. by another friend of mine, Max. And he literally just spontaneously told me, "Hey man, do you want to go to Amsterdam right now?"
Bring your imagination to life with inspiring stories of an incredible and very real world.
Adventure awaits. While I was still living in Europe, I was blessed enough to spend most of August and September road tripping throughout the entire continent of Europe. And this particular story, this particular road trip really stuck out to me. Anyways, let's get right into the story. So I was actually at a birthday party of a local hometown friend when I got a random call at 1 a.m. by another friend of mine, Max. And he literally just spontaneously told me, "Hey man, do you want to go to Amsterdam right now?" And it was the most random thing ever. I did not expect it, but I'm a very spontaneous person, and actually I've lived near Amsterdam for quite some time. I've been in Amsterdam multiple times now, and I just love the city. So every time I get the opportunity to travel, and especially to a place where I know some people and know some friends, I'm always open for it. So literally at 1 a.m., I told my twin brother, look, we're going to Amsterdam right now. So we went back home, prepared ourselves, took some food with us, took some water with us. And then at 1 a.m., we picked up our friend Max and started our journey to Amsterdam. A 5-hour ride from our hometown. My twin brother was actually driving, which, by the way, I do not recommend. Do not pull an all-nighter. Get the appropriate amount of sleep. But in that situation, we just went for it, and my twin brother took an all-nighter and successfully drove us to Amsterdam. Now then, the craziest thing ever happened. On our way to Amsterdam, we booked an Airbnb because, of course, we did not have any hotel or Airbnb booked in advance. And we arrived at the Airbnb early in the morning, and legit, the homeowner of this Airbnb was a crazy guy. Like, it was so weird and crazy. He didn't look really organized, nor looked like he's taking care of his hygiene. And that was just a big no-no. So literally in that exact moment, we just looked each other in the eyes and we're like, okay, we're not going to stay at this guy's place. So yeah, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. We did not have a home for the day, and we were all tired as hell. So that exact moment, we tried to make sure that we at least have a bed to sleep for the night. I mean, it was still pretty early in the day, so we just went on booking.com and just booked a regular hotel in Amsterdam. After we've done that and successfully find a place that we can call home for the night, we went on and went into the inner city of Amsterdam, and pretty much the entire day we spent exploring through this city. So in total, we stayed 2 days there in Amsterdam. We went through the inner city of Amsterdam and also to Amsterdam North, which was also super interesting. So yeah, that was the story of probably the most spontaneous road trip I've ever done. After we've got back home into our hometown, we were like, look, this trip was so much fun. Why don't we do it again? So literally we stayed, I believe it was 1 or 2 days back home and we kept on road tripping. So 2 days later, we actually drove to Paris, France. That trip was definitely one of the most memorable trips I've ever done in my entire life. We got into a car again, took some food, some water with us, and we kept on driving. It was a 5-hour or 6-hour road trip once again, and we arrived right around sunset time in Paris. We checked into a hotel and we wanted to go immediately to the Eiffel Tower because it was almost the end of the day. We just wanted to experience the beautiful sunset. And that's where the story gets even crazier. We went into the Paris train station, found the right train to the Eiffel Tower, and legit, the exact train station where we all had to get out. Everyone went out. Except of me, of course. I don't know why, but usually when the train stops and the doors are closing and you're not out yet, you have the ability to push a button and go out. But for some reason, it did not work. So there I was in the train, continuing my way to the next train station. So, okay, of course, we all have mobile phones with us. We kept in contact and set out a location to meet up again. But guess what? Crickets. There was a fence dividing us, and I could not meet up with my friends for some reason. So there I was, the beautiful sunset at the Eiffel Tower, and I did not know what to do. So I had my camera with me, so I just decided to go somewhere else. Thankfully, the Arc de Triomphe is only like 15 minutes away by foot, but the sunset was coming to an end, and I still wanted to get some amazing pictures, just overall experience the sunset. So what did I do? I went on and went for probably the fastest run that I've ever done. I believe in like 7 minutes, I went from the Eiffel Tower to the Arc de Triomphe. So there I was at the Arc de Triomphe, and that was literally the moment where the sunset was at the best and most beautiful point. So even though I was completely alone there, it was all good. I took some amazing pictures of the Arc de Triomphe with the beautiful sunset in the background, and it simply was just magical. After that, I wanted to reunite with my friends again. We were all super tired because, road tripping is super exhausting. And we went on to meet up again. Actually, my friends went on top of the Eiffel Tower and experienced the sunset from there. So thankfully, later on, we were able to reunite again. And at that time, it was like 10 or 11 o'clock already. My friends bought some crap, and we went back to the hotel to call it a day for day one in Paris. But for me, if you know me, you know that I love to shoot sunrises and shoot sunsets. So literally, I had I believe it was 4 hours of sleep, even though I did not really fall asleep. And the next morning, I woke up at 6 o'clock with almost no sleep. And again, by myself, went to the Eiffel Tower again because I just had to get some pictures of the Eiffel Tower. I shot an amazing sunrise there. And then I grabbed breakfast and went back home again. And then I guess the last exciting excursion on this trip was when we went on the second day to the Louvre, and we went there for the sunset once again. So yeah, that are 2 of the Europe road trips that I've done this year. And I guess the moral of the story is just to, be spontaneous and be open for an adventure. Because a lot of times we make excuses why not to travel. And look, the thing is, you might be saying, oh, that is so expensive. And, I don't have time, I don't have work. Legit, those 2 road trips did not cost me more than, I believe it was 400 euros. The hotels, if you're on Airbnb, especially if you do it with multiple people, are pretty cheap, even in bigger cities. So in Amsterdam, I spent perhaps 30 euros or 40 euros per night. And then in Paris as well, 40 euros a night, which is pretty much nothing. And then gas money for your car and some food, and that's it. That's all you need. So if you know how to do it, traveling is not expensive. And what I'm trying to say by all of this is, so many people are trying to make reasons why not to travel. And I'm here to tell you to find reasons why to travel. Because at the end of the day, it's not your material possessions that you're going to remember. It's the experiences that you had. And just, remember and look back on. Think about how amazing those days and those experiences were. So that's the moral of the story. Be more open. Be open to travel, be open for adventure. Even if you get a call at 1 a.m. in the night, just do it.
Thank you for joining us on another audio adventure right here at Wandertale, the travel podcast community. Subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for more travel stories from around the world and share tales with the open-minded, the brave, and the curious.